are continuing Raoult's law. Before that, colligative properties. Colligative properties of solutions that depends upon number of solute particles present in the solution, not their nature, are called colligative properties. Some examples are lowering of vapor pressure, then boiling point elevation, freezing point depression, and osmotic pressure. So colligative properties are the properties of solution that depends upon the number of solute particles present in the solution and not the nature, are called colligative properties. Then lowering of vapor pressure, when a liquid is in closed container, is in equilibrium with its vapor, the pressure exerted by the vapors on liquid is called its vapor pressure. Now we are going to study Raoult's law for solution of non-volatile solute. It states that the partial vapor pressure of any volatile component of solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in the solution. So P1 equal to P10 into X1. Here mole fraction and vapor pressure. So P1 equal to P10 into X1. For binary solution, X1 plus X2 equal to 1. Therefore, this P1 equal to P10 in bracket 1 minus X2. So solve this bracket. P10 into 1, P10 minus P10 into X2. Or rearrange this, P10 minus P1 equal to P10 into X2. Where P10 minus P1 equal to delta P. It is called as lowering of vapor pressure. The difference between vapor pressure of pure component and vapor pressure of solution is called lowering of vapor pressure. Vapor pressure of pure component or pure solvent in solution is always greater than vapor pressure of solution. Means when we add a non-volatile solute in that pure solvent, then it becomes solution. So that vapor pressure of pure solvent was greater. Now when we add a solute into it, so it will become solution. So vapor pressure will less than that of pure solvent. So this is lowering of vapor pressure. The difference between vapor pressure of pure solvent or pure component and vapor pressure of solution is called lowering of vapor pressure. Then relative lowering of vapor pressure. The ratio of vapor pressure lowering of solvent divided by vapor pressure of pure solvent is called relative lowering of vapor pressure, delta P upon P10. Relative lowering of vapor pressure, delta P upon P10. Delta P means P10 minus P1. Lowering of vapor pressure upon P10. So here delta P is equal to P10 into X2. So delta P upon P10. Delta P upon P10 equal to X2. And this delta P is P10 minus P1 upon P10. Now on the basis of this, we have to find out molar mass of non-volatile solute. This is very important topic from examination point of view or to solve problems on lowering of vapor pressure. So derive formula to calculate molar mass of that non-volatile solute. We know that relative lowering of vapor pressure is given by delta P upon P10 equal to x2, where x2 is mole fraction of solute. How it is calculated? x2 is equal to n2 upon n1 plus n2. Here n1 and n2 are the number of moles of solvent and solute respectively. Take 1 for solvent and take 2 for solute. So x2 is equal to n2 upon n1 plus n2, where x1 is mole fraction of solvent and x2 is mole fraction of solute. So for dilute solution, number of moles of solute are very less as compared to number of moles of solvent. So x2 equal to n2 upon n1, and here delta P upon P10 equal to n2 upon n1. So put here value of x2, delta P upon P10, delta P upon P10, here x2. So put this value x2. So delta P upon P10 equal to n2 upon n1. Now how to find out n1 and n2? n1 is the number of moles of solvent and n2 is number of moles of solute. So n1 equal to W1 upon m1 and n2 equal to W2 upon m2, where W1 weight of solvent, and m1 molar mass of solvent. Then W2 weight of solute and m2 molar mass of solute. So this delta P upon P10 is equal to x2. So how x2 can be calculated? So W2 upon m2 and here upon W1 upon m1. So rearrange this. So W2 upon m2. Here m2, then this m1 will go in numerator. So W2 into m1 upon m2 into W1. Delta P is the P10 minus P, and this is P10. So P10 minus P upon P10 equal to W2 m into m1 upon m2 into W1. Now to find molar mass of solute, so by rearranging this formula, so m2 equal to W2 into m1 into P10 upon W1 into P10 minus P. In this way, we can find molar mass of non-volatile solute, and this formula is very useful to derive molar mass of non-volatile solute in solvent. So see again here, we will revise it shortly. Raoult's law, we know that statement for Raoult's law. The partial vapor pressure of any volatile component of solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure component multiplied by mole fraction in the solution. P1, so P1 equal to P10 into x1. P10 vapor pressure of pure component and x1 is the mole fraction of pure component like solvent. Then for binary solution, x1 plus x2 equal to 1. So x1 equal to 1 minus x2. So here value of x1 1 minus x2. So p1 equal to p10 minus p10 into x2. Rearrange this, p10 minus p1 equal to p10 into x2. So p10 minus p1, it will become delta p. What is delta p? It is lowering of vapor pressure. The difference between vapor pressure of pure component of solution and vapor pressure of solution is called lowering of vapor pressure. Then relative lowering of vapor pressure, the fraction of or the ratio of lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of pure component. It's called relative lowering of vapor pressure. Then to find molar mass of non-volatile solute. So we know that relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction of solute. So delta P upon P10 equal to X2, where X2 is equal to N2 upon N1 plus N2, mole fraction of solute. For dilute solution, N2 is very small as compared to N1, so N2 can be neglected. So their total N1 plus N2 is nearly equal to N1. So here X2 becomes N1 upon N2. Sorry, N2 upon N1. Here N2 can be neglected. And delta P upon P10 equal to, so put here X2 as N2 upon N1, and N1 and N2 are the number of moles of solvent and solute respectively. So put in this formula this value N2 W2 upon M2 and N1 W1 upon M1. So by solving this we will get this formula M2 equal to W2 into M1 into P10 upon W1 in bracket P10 minus P. Thank you.